Everything is alive. Everything is watching you, feeling you at all times. Animals, birds, butterflies, trees, crystals, wild animals, and your pets. And do you ever walk through a forest and the birds are quiet? So they know if something is about to happen. I always keep my ear attuned when I'm walking through the woods. If it gets quiet, something is about to happen because all animals are psychic. They know. There was a story about a shaman who went to South America, who was a doctor, to learn about healing and energy and spirituality. And he was with this tribe and he walked out into the jungle and they said, "Do you hear that?" He goes, "I don't hear anything." They said, "Exactly. They know you're not safe." So they're all quiet. So wild animals know, your pets know. My dog will only go up to people who have an open heart. He just knows. They know who you are. Whenever I go out and walk in nature, animals come to me. They connect to me I've asked, because I've asked for prayers, because they know who I am. They recognize me from past lives. They recognize how open your heart is. They recognize who you are. Nature spirits recognize who you are. They know if you are safe or if you are there for harm. They know if you protect the environment, if you are cruel or kind. They know who you are. They see your soul with everybody. And they don't judge you if your heart is closed because you've been hurt or you've done things that are not, nobody's perfect. We've all made mistakes, but they know who you are now. So you can start shifting your awareness to know at all times, whenever you're around anything, a tree, a flower, a crystal, an animal, a bird, a butterfly, even a bee, they know who you are. The universe is conspiring to have communion with you, to connect with you, to bring you messages, to support you. Or if you are not open, will just keep their distance. Everything is alive. Everything has a spirit, and spirit guides. My name is Sibyl Harmony. I'm a non denominational minister, a psychic medium, and a master healer and an author. And this is a video about connecting with nature, receiving messages from nature, observing nature, and understanding that everything is alive and how that can affect you. And one of the best ways I've found to connect with nature spirits is really to open my heart and also to meditate. You can pray and you can make offerings to nature spirits, but yes, they, some animals eat animals, but they know if you're cruel because they eat, because part of the food chain, but they know if you're cruel, if you don't um, respect the environment, and if you are aware and conscious to see them and feel them, they will come to you and commune with you. So I paid a lot of attention to Dog Whisperer Cesar Milan when he was making videos, and animals know. And I see this. I watch people with their dogs because animals and pets are very psychic. I did a video on animals and healing on my other channel, at Sibyl Harmony, and so check that one out too. But animals know if you are grounded, if you're feeling safe, if you are okay with you and you are a pack leader, your dog will relax. If your dog is fearful and attacking or, being freaked out or acting out. Look at you. Don't, a lot of people are, get a shock collar, get a pinch collar, get a drug, no, you gotta look at you, get grounded and become okay with you. And then your dog can relax and take direction from you. Now, there may be extra training if the dog is older and they've been doing that behaviors for a long time. But cats are very psychic too. Cats know who you are. They don't really, a lot of animals don't really understand death because that's not part of their understanding, but they understand who you are. They understand your energy. And once you've loved a dog or you've been with a dog or a cat, that's all, they're always with you in spirit. They're always, their energy is always with you here and on the other side. And once you connect with nature, you sit and you meditate, or you work with crystals and you start to open, nature will recognize you when you go out. So every flowers have spirit guides. I've seen them. Every tree, every crystal has a spirit guide. All animals have spirit guides too. And if you are looking and you understand the message, or you can Google the message, notice what catches your eye when you're out in nature. Even there are even water sprites or ocean sprites, or you could say mermaids. I've seen them all and I've worked with them all. But everything is here to assist you and help you if you are asking. And like we said, you don't need to be a perfect person, but they know who you are. Tree spirits, I had a tree spirit was being chopped down, a big, huge redwood, and it was happening up the street. And I walked up there and there was all these people walking around praying, and there was a big rope. I went in the rope and I asked the lady, I'm like, why are you doing this? And she got really upset with me. She said, it's not safe for you to come in here. It's this big, huge tree, and they're up way up with these big saws. Don't ever do that. And she was right. And I left. And I said, but I asked her, I said, why are you cutting down this tree? And because I'm an advocate for nature. And she said, it's destroying the foundation of this house and it has to go. Okay. I could understand that. So I went home. The tree spirit followed me, and it was in my dining room, the other part of this house here, weeping and saying, please help me, because they're killing the tree spirit. They're killing it. And I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. But that is duly noted that I took steps to assist the tree. Trees know if you're cutting them down, if you're getting ready to get rid of them, if you're spraying toxins on the earth. I have these, I also work with nature spirits, and I've seen them since I was a child. Native Americans know about them. The Irish know about them. Some different countries that are more indigenous know about the nature spirits. But I was in the backyard once, and I asked the nature spirits to help me with something, and they said they would, but they wanted something from me. And I was like, what do you want? And I had this teacup where I was doing acupuncture on myself with acupuncture needles. I don't do that with clients because I'm not trained, but I was doing it on myself. And they knew that I was placing the needles in this cup. It was like a really pretty decorated clay cup. It was bright colors, which they like. And I was putting them in there because I don't want birds at the dump to get hurt by these needles. And it was just something that, because they know what you're thinking and feeling. And they said, we want that cup. We want some beer in that cup. They like to drink. I don't drink anymore, but they like to drink. It's just not that I don't, it's just that I haven't for a long time. So I figure why start? I just, as long as that's another story. It just messes with my clarity and my spiritual work, so I don't do it anymore. I went and I carefully emptied those needles out, and went and bought a beer and put it out there and made an offering to them. So the story about this is that they know who you are. They see who you are. The plants and the animals that come into your yard are also here to teach you. And they know if you spray chemicals on them, if you are a good steward of the land and the plants and the animals there. They know who you are. Now, most people know about crystals. Crystals have spirit guides in them, and they can communicate with you either through thoughts or feelings, or if you tune into them, meditate with them. You can look up the meaning of how each crystal is here assisting you. And so it's a wonderful way to live, to recognize that we are just one life form that is here. Actually, this whole planet is teeming with life. And um, it's a beautiful thing to be able to connect with and understand that everything is alive and that you're here as a human, as a caretaker of this planet. And so, of course, I'm going to say we need to protect our air and our water and our land, and which creates our oxygen. We cohabitate together, not alone. We need them here, and always treat animals with respect. Now, I'm not saying to get close, you wouldn't want to get close to a wild animal, of course. Um, but I'm not an expert in that. I respect them and keep my space. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my video. If you're new to my channel, check out my other channel at Sibyl Harmony. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Sending you so much love. Bye for now.